Justice League vs. the Fatal Five hinges on the rise of rookie Green Lantern Jessica Cruz and the plight of amnesiac, time-displaced hero Starboy. The movie also brings back the much-loved DC Animated Universe Trinity, with Kevin Conroy, Susan Eisenberg, and George Newbern reprising their roles as Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, respectively. But those hoping for a full Justice League Unlimited reunion will be disappointed, as most of the main players from the series are MIA here. This reduced Justice League lineup is for the best, however, as it helps keep the film fixated on Green Lantern and her hero's journey. The film captures Jessica Cruz's fundamental appeal as a character, the idea that true bravery comes not from being fearless, but from facing fear and overcoming it. Likewise, the movie makes the most of Starboy. Much of the humor here comes from his fish-out-of-water nature and his struggle to adapt to living in the past. That humor is balanced out by tragedy, though, as Starboy grapples with his steadily deteriorating mental state and being cut off from everyone and everything he knows. Together, he and Green Lantern make for a strong lead duo. The movie is less successful when it comes to utilizing its villains, however. The plot mainly revolves around Mano attempting to free Emerald Empress from captivity and reunite the full Fatal Five. But beyond that, the movie is never very clear about the group's motivations or end goal.
I heard you were grabby.
They're treated more as a means to an end, fueling the numerous epic fight scenes that play out over the course of the movie. It's enough to wish the filmmakers had focused less on action and more on world building. The fight scenes are perfectly entertaining, but the sheer amount crammed into a modest 70 minutes seems excessive. Better some of that time had been reserved for fleshing out the relationship between the characters. As it stands, Justice League vs. the Fatal Five doesn't actually feel like a true continuation of the DCAU, so much as it shares certain superficial elements. The animation style and certain voices harken back to that universe, but the adult language, extreme violence, and general tone set it apart. None of that is a deal breaker, but it does seem as though Justice League vs. the Fatal Five could have accomplished more with a longer runtime and more significant ties to the DCAU. Justice League vs. the Fatal Five is one of the stronger animated DC movies in recent memory. The return of the classic DC animated universe is welcome, though the film never quite makes the most of that beloved setting. Both Green Lantern and Starboy proved to be a winning combination and helped this movie overcome its storytelling flaws. For more superhero movies, check out what we thought of Shazam and Captain Marvel, and as always, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.